Okay, so let's do a induction proof. And it's going to be that 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2n minus 1.
Up to 2n minus 1.
These are my dots. Up to 2n minus 1. I think this is n squared, but let's check.
Alright.
If I stop at 1, so 2n minus 1 is where I stop.
So it's 1.
1, so I get 1 squared.
It's 1.
If I stop at 2,
So 2n, that should be 3.
so 1 plus 3 is
It's 4.
4. Or 2 squared.
2 squared. So when I stop at 2, which is 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. So when n equals 2, this is 3. So I get 2 squared.
Nice.
When I stop when n equals 3,
You should get 3 squared.
so let's see. N is 3, so I get 2 times 3 is,
6 minus 1 is 5.
so from 1 plus 3 plus 5 is,
Indeed, it's 9.
that's 3 squared. Okay. So we want to show this sum is n squared. So what's the first rule for mathematical induction?
So you have to make sure that it's true for n. Or if it's true for n, it should be true for n plus 1.
That's actually the second step. There's a very important first step.
You have to make sure it works for the original set.
Yeah, you got to make sure it works in the beginning. Because if it doesn't work, if you prove if it works for n, then it works for n plus 1, but it doesn't work in the beginning, that just means it doesn't work.
It doesn't do
Right, so we did check that it worked for n equals 1. We actually checked n equals 1, 2, and 3. So we checked a few in the beginning, and that was good. Now the second step is assume it's true. You can say up to n equals some number k. Okay. So we're going to assume this is true up to k, and then we want to show it has to be true then for k plus 1.
And then we can cycle, and it's true for all numbers that are above k.
Yeah, so if it's true up to k, this means 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2k minus 1 equals, this is k squared.
So
Yeah.
basically it's just replace n with k.
Yeah, so what we want to show now is that k plus 1 is true. Alright, so that means we want to show that 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2k minus 1 plus, well, k plus 1 times 2
It's
minus
2k,
1.
So it's 2k plus 1.
2k plus 1, and we want this to be k plus 1 squared. Sorry, I'm a little out of room on the whiteboard.
Alright.
Okay. How do you think I would show this? What's the matter?
Battery.
Oh, we're almost out of battery. Okay. Okay, so let's think about how I would show this while I go find the power cord.